Hey YouTube, what's going on? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update on Zcash. You know, I was talking about 2 weeks ago or something, guys, and I ended up getting it at about $66, and now we're at $85. And the reason why I wanted to bring this to you was we had a beautiful trend line break. This is what we were looking for, guys. This same chart that I had up, I actually haven't looked at it in probably about 2 weeks or so. I actually just got on and was happy to realize that it was up to $85 here. My alarms didn't go off. I don't know why, but I did have alarms for breaking out of here, guys. And what happened was we were having these lower highs and lower lows, and then we broke out and we had that candle close there, guys. We came back up. We came down, set that higher low, and now we're trying to go back up. So overhead resistance now, we're going to be looking at $88.79. Then we're going to be looking up to that $114.53, and then $139.01. Now those are the upside targets, guys. And remember, when we're in this bull market here, we're going up and down, so higher highs and higher lows. Okay, and guys, if you do like these videos where I'm doing some Zcash, XRP, you know, Neo, any of these different coins, like, subscribe, let me know down low if you want me to continue covering Zcash. In my opinion, guys, Zcash is one that runs really, really hard. There's a low supply of them total. I think it was at 18.5 million guys total that will ever be mined or whatnot. And, you know, this is a coin that I want to be a part of at least. So that's just me. But we did have this beautiful trend line break, guys. We came up. It looked like we were wanting to back test it. So a lot of times, guys, you'll actually come back onto this trend line. We didn't make it to there, guys. We made it to this 20 EMA. We found support, and now we're making a nice strong move up on volume. So we definitely could run a little bit higher here, guys, but we are going to be running into some of that resistance there around that 88.79. We'll see if we can get through that or not. Okay, I also want to point out now on the stock RSI, we're at 77 and 70. And also, we're very tied and correlated to Bitcoin, guys. And Bitcoin stock, I just looked at it on the day, is up to like 90 and 93. So it is really getting overextended. You know, we definitely could push up on Bitcoin to that 9,500 or so, but I'm expecting at some point some type of retracement, guys. We're just getting too overextended. And smart investors are going to be taking some profit. So just be aware of that. But I wanted to bring this to you on Zcash because we did have that beautiful trend line break. We're up running right now. We definitely could run a little farther up to that 88.79. If we break through that on some good volume, guys, I'd look up to that 114.53. Okay, next one I wanted to look at here was the MACD. We're going to take a look at this. All right, guys, so with our MACD, everything's looking great. You can see right here we bounced off that signal line. We're making a bullish move to the upside there. Histogram's ticking to the positive, so everything's looking great there on the MACD. Let's check our RSI, see if we can find any divergences, anything crazy going on. So guys, right now, we're basically looking at a 69 on our RSI. So we are getting to that overbought territory. Cryptocurrency can run very far. We can get overextended, guys, many times. But we are getting to that overbought territory with that overhead resistance coming up. So let's keep that in mind. Guys, we have been as high recently as about 77 or so. So there's definitely more room to run. And that maybe that extra room to run, guys, would bring us up here around that 88.09 or so. And even if we do, guys, if we break through and go even halfway up into here, you know, say to $100 or so, what we would want is to back test this right here, what we just broke out of as overhead resistance. We want it to become new support, set a higher low off that, and then continue to move to the upside, guys. So we're looking at that. And then what I'll do here on the RSI, so here's our overhead resistance. We'll put that there, guys. I'll put it in red for us just so we can see. And then I'm also going to pay attention to these higher lows that have been coming in on the RSI. Right there. So we're having higher lows, and then we kind of have that flat top there, guys, of overhead resistance. So we're going to have to see what we do with that. But right now, things are looking pretty decent here for Zcash. We're up 12.44% now, guys, up to that 86.24. So I'm definitely going to be keeping my eye on Zcash today. I want to see what we do with this overhead resistance, guys. It's going to be a big deal for us. Next one, I want to check our Bollinger Bands, make sure we're not getting too overextended with this move. All right, guys, Bollinger Bands, we are getting a little overextended here, and that's also happening with this overhead resistance here. So this is a key spot, guys. I really want to pay attention to it. But what I wanted to show you overall just with Zcash, guys, the opportunity here. Okay, Zcash has been up over, I do believe on this chart, over $800. I think it was up to $805 or so. We'll take a look. All right. So guys, Zcash on this chart got as high as $811. But you see this market cycle, how it's starting to repeat itself again, and that's what we want to pay attention to. We're starting to have volume come back in right here, guys. We're starting to make higher lows. You can see the supply and demand shifting. We were for so long having those lower highs right there, guys, and lower lows, and now what we're having are higher lows starting to form. And what I also like to do on this, when we're really zoomed out, I want to look at our RSI again. So what I'm trying to find here is, guys, basically you can see how we just started dropping, then we got very low here. We went all the way down at one point, guys, to around $15 for Zcash. Think about that. That's how overextended to the upside and to the downside that this market can become. But what I like to look for is, as price here, guys, is getting really, really low, you want to start seeing these higher lows form on the RSI. That's what I look for, at least. And then that's a good spot to really start accumulating, guys. You got to think about it. We're at the very bottom. We're like we are right over in here. I mean, this is where that $60 to $90 range was, and that's before all these massive moves really started to come in. Keep an eye on the volume here, though, guys. That is very special volume that comes in when that does happen. So I'm going to continue to keep my eye on Zcash, guys. I just wanted to bring you a quick one here. We're running up to that resistance around that $88 or so, but there's a lot of really good things happening. We may just need some type of retracement at that $88, maybe a slight pullback so we can power back up and try to get up to the next one, guys. It's all about those higher highs and higher lows, breaking old resistance and turning it into new support, consolidating upon it. That's what we're looking for. So Zcash, guys, we're up 12.19% right now, looking great. Just, guys, really do your research on this one. I think this is a good one. So take care. God bless you all, my friends.